Hello and welcome. You're watching Revsportz. I'm Rohit Juglan. This is a quick update on Jasprit Bumrah. We all know that there has been an official release on Jasprit Bumrah by the BCCI that he is, not 100% fit during that Lord's ODI. Before that, we knew this from that Cardiff game that there is something which is not right with Jasprit Bumrah, because we have seen him, before the toss, also in that Lord's game, he's not marking his run up, and that's the basic ritual of a bowler who's about to participate in the game, that they mark their run up. So Jasprit did that on that very day. So there were hints around, but we were not sure. By the BCCI official statement, it was very clear to us that yes, he's not 100% fit. Later, we came to know by talking to our sources that it's his left leg, it's the left knee, which is creating a problem. But how serious is the problem? That's the major talking point. Knowing that there is obviously WTC on the line, and we have to play two test matches with Sri Lanka from 15th of August, first at Galle and then in Colombo. So how the things are panning out at this point of time. So our sources told us the first thing is obviously the injury is not that serious. So we are obviously definitely glad to know this, that the injury is not serious. But the most important point is, and obviously there are a lot of people, when I'm watching the social media and the other stuff, they are saying that spinners will be the key factor. Obviously spinners will the key factor as far as Galle and Colombo is concerned. But when you're talking about Jasprit Bumrah, you don't talk about conditions or pitch or anything related to that, because you are talking about the very best, be it any format, be it any color of the ball, be it any conditions. You are talking about Jasprit Bumrah. So when you talk about Jasprit Bumrah, you know that how important his presence will be around those two test matches, and how important as far as WTC is concerned those two test matches are for us. So the thing is, the injury is not that serious, but again, that's a left leg, and left leg means it's a landing leg for Jasprit Bumrah. And we all know that in these subcontinent kind of conditions, it always the landing part, and obviously where the lands are often very hard. So the landing part, if it's very hard, it's really difficult for a bowler to come up from an injury, and who has done his rehab. We are getting from our sources also, we are getting from the we are watching on other reports also that he will be there in center of excellence also. But the most important thing is, after doing his rehab, after after the recovery, will he directly play this test match, which is going to be not going to be an easy one. As I told you, that obviously landing will be a part of discussion. The most important thing is, from center of excellence in recent times, there were multiple 100% fitness certificates were given, and we can all see that what happened during that Ireland series, during that England series. Shubman Gill coming out in that last ODI, after the last ODI, and said that 5 players were not available, and we are talking about T20 and one-day games. So test has a completely different kind of workload management. It tests you in a different kind of a level. It demands more from you. So I don't know that Jasprit Bumrah obviously can answer, but I really don't know what he thinks at this point of time. It is a very early part as far as the rehab is concerned, or the injury management is concerned. It is a very early part, so we cannot say at this point of time that Jasprit is completely 100% fit and ready to go. But yes, what we can say is that our sources are telling us that he will definitely play those two test matches. But if there is going to be any kind of discussions around those test matches, that will be purely around the kind of conditions, as far as his fitness is concerned, around the landing, which I told you, and then obviously around what Jasprit Bumrah thinks, how fit he thinks he is at that point of time before 15th of August. So there's going to be maybe an intra-squad game or a first-class game. I really don't know that what kind of a game they want to play. Earlier in Australia, we remember that was an intra-squad. In England, we remember there was an intra-squad. Obviously, India A played with England Lions. India A played with Australia A also. But here, it could be completely different. So I don't think that he'll take part in that game. But yeah, 15th of August, let's be hopeful, fingers crossed, and let's see that Jasprit Bumrah, hopefully he'll be available. But at this point of time, if you ask me, are you 100% sure on Jasprit Bumrah making both the test matches? He'll be available for both the test matches. I want him to play both the test matches, but let's see how his body recovers, and then obviously the challenges of bowling in subcontinent, and then we all know that we have to move further to New Zealand also. So yeah, but you cannot risk this series also, because we know the magnitude of the series and how important this series is for the qualification for the WTC finals. So yeah, hopeful for a Jasprit Bumrah presence in both the test matches.